The following video will contain spoilers. You have been warned. All alterations to the manga panels and images have been made in order to prevent copyright. So yeah, let's get started. What is up guys, Beto here, coming at you guys with 6 things to watch out for regarding the 4-year time skip in the Attack on Titan manga. Now, with the resurgence of popularity that the start of season 2 of Attack on Titan had on the community, it seems to have brought in more manga readers that decided to catch up in a bit of a rush. And I've been there, man. When you just really want to be up to date with the series, you might accidentally overlook or miss a few things. And with the recent events that have transpired in the manga, with first a 1-year time skip followed closely after with another, this time 3-year time skip, it was inevitable that many people would be confused with what the heck is going on in the series. So I decided to make this video to let you guys know the things you should be watching out for after this 4-year time skip. Let's get started. Number 1, the curse of Ymir is still in place, so all the Titan shifters are closer now more than ever to their unavoidable death, some more than others. For example, Eren currently has about 4 to 3 years left to live, while Armin has 9 to 8. And both Reiner and Zeke have even less time than Eren, since the Marley Empire is currently looking for their suitable replacements to inherit their Titan abilities, as indicated in chapter 91. Now number 2, speaking of Titan shifters, did anyone forget that Annie's still alive? The last time we saw her, she was still encased inside her own crystallized skin. Now why is this important, you may ask? Well now, let's think about this logically. Annie has been a prisoner of the Serbi corpse for a long time now, and the only reason she's still around is because she has that protective shield of crystal around her, which prevented the Serbi corpse from getting to her. However, do you guys think that there is a possibility that Eren during the time skip could have grown proficient enough with his Titan powers that he could break Annie's shield and pry her out of it in order for the Serbi corpse to interrogate her and get more information on the Marley Empire? So that's something to keep an eye out for. Number 3, Eren's character is going to be a lot more different than we've seen so far. We received glimpses of this eventual change in chapter 90, the last time we saw Eren, when he, Armin, Mikasa, and the rest of the gang were out on an expedition outside the walls and saw the ocean for the first time. Seeing the ocean had been one of Eren's most endearing dreams since the start of the series. It was the dream that Armin first introduced him to, which became one of his biggest motivations to want to travel outside the walls. And now that he finally accomplished this goal, he couldn't even allow himself to have a moment of peace and happiness with everyone else, to just enjoy the moment and take in the view of the sea. Eren instead at that moment thought about the Marley Empire and what he feels he must do: destroy the Marley Empire. This was brought about by the various memories that Eren has within him due to being the current holder of the Coordinate Titan's power. In the same way that Frida Reese, Historia's older sister, changed due to having the original Titan's power, Eren with his father's memories and others after all these years will be someone who very much has a goal-oriented mentality, even more so than before when he was all about killing every single Titan. He will be driven to the point of almost seeming as if he is possessed and lives solely for the purpose of destroying the Marley Empire, to finally achieve what he deems as freedom. Now, since we're already on the topic of Eren, I guess we might as well. Number 4, Eren and Historia's relationship, and I'm not talking about in a romantic sense, we're speaking strictly platonic here, okay? Now, their relationship to one another became one of comparative advantage due to the revelations we got in chapter 89, when Eren realized that he was only able to use the Coordinate Titan ability when he was in direct contact with someone of royal blood. And seeing as Historia is the last member of the Reese family alive who has the necessary royal blood for the Coordinate power and to attain more distant memories, Eren clearly had to at some point let his trusted members of the Serbi corpse know about what he discovered. So Eren and Historia also had to at some point during the time skip work out an arrangement of sorts, where Eren can have access to her blood whenever he would need to use the Founding Titan's power. For example, Hanji or someone else who is as smart could have created liquid capsules that contain some of Historia's blood for Eren to simply swallow whenever the occasion called for it. Since we all know Eren would never want to take the first option, which would be to simply eat Historia in order to acquire the power, because he considers her a friend, especially after all the intense bullshit they had to go through together. When Eren was being held captive, Historia's dad being a manipulative trying to get Historia to eat Eren, and in the end Historia herself declines the offer of eating Eren in order to gain the powers of the original Titan, even when Eren at that point lost all hope and told her himself to eat him. So I believe due to these series of events, Eren in a way feels indebted to Historia, pretty much guaranteeing that Eren would rather try to find a solution where he and Historia can both live than to sacrifice her life for the power. And the scene in chapter 89 was proof enough of that. Eren decided to keep quiet while they were having their meeting, because he knew that if he let all the people in that room know about what he realized, then Historia would be put in grave danger. most of the officers and politicians really wouldn't care about the life of a single girl, especially if it meant the end of the Titan threat. So yeah, final thoughts on this: don't be surprised if you see Eren and Historia conveniently placed together, because at this point it would be a smart strategical move in case shit goes down and they have to respond real quick, and for the bonus of Eren hopefully discovering more of those mixed up memories of the people who previously held his Titan abilities. Now number 5, my boy Armin. Don't be sleeping on my boy Armin, because remember, he obtained the power of the Colossal Titan in chapter 84 when he ate Berthold. Now, it's been 4 years. I believe it's safe to assume that Eren showed Armin some of the ropes on how to use the power of a Titan. So Armin should be at least somewhat proficient with his Titan abilities. Look how good Eren got, and it had even been a year since he first started using it. So I think Armin should be fine with freaking 4 years to learn. Now, Armin should not just get character growth via his Titan powers, but also grow as a leader, since he has to uphold Erwin's legacy of being the one who comes up with the plans, leads the troops on what to do, and inspire the people. So look out for a slightly more confident Armin who seems to know what he's doing, because he has a lot more experience under his belt than before. Now, since we just discussed Armin, who is a new Titan shifter, we might as well. Number 6, in the recent chapters of Attack on Titan, we just got the names of a few new Titan shifters who fight for the Marley Empire, and their names are Peak, the Cartman Titan, or Quadrupedal Titan. We had already seen this guy, but at the time we weren't too sure if he was an actual Titan shifter or just an abnormal Titan, but now we know, and after all these years he's still got that creepy shit going on and appears to be even more of a tool than before. Then we have MacLeod, the Jaws Titan. Many people in the fanbase, including myself, at first mistook this guy for an aged up armored Titan, but we know better now. Since these two were revealed, we now have the complete new set of Titan shifters. So why not? Let's list them off. Eren, the holder of the Attack Titan and the Founding Titan. Reiner, the holder of the Armored Titan. Annie, the holder of the Female Titan. Armin, the holder of the Colossal Titan. Zeke, the holder of the Beast Titan. MacLeod, the holder of the Jaws Titan. Peak, the holder of the, let's just call it the Wagon Titan, yeah. And last but not least, Ymir, the holder of the Dancing Titan. Now, these are the current set of Titan shifters in the series. However, I am pretty skeptical on the statuses of certain ones like Annie and Ymir. Ymir especially in this case, so I'll be tackling this issue in a future video. Look forward to that. Now, this has been TheMildOtaku with my 6 things to watch out for regarding the 4-year time skip in Attack on Titan. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on these topics. Do you agree or disagree with me? I would love to hear about it. And yeah guys, rate the video, share it around. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if you guys are new. I'd really appreciate it. And as always people, stay gold!